podcast. My name is Jenny Lee, and I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie Dax. Today is Friday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is my knitting podcast where I like to talk about all things knitting and yarn related. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits. You can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. Today I have 5 finished objects and a whole bunch of WIPs I want to talk about. So let's start with the first one. I finished a pair of socks that I've gifted to one of my co-workers. Let's pull it up. I finished the red socks that I was making. These I made out of Zen Yarn Garden yarn. I cast on 64 stitches on a 9-inch circular needle, and did a 2x2 cuff, leg, slip stitch, heel flap, gusset, and did a rounded toe for those. My next finished object is a pair of socks for me. Oh, let me grab my sock blockers. I knit a pair of socks out of some leftover Yarnable yarn I had. I used Yarn Cafe Creation Mini that I had left over, another leftover, and some Yarn Cafe Creation yarn. I'll put these on the blocker. These ones I cast on 56 stitches. I did a 2x2 cuff. I did a 3x1 rib, slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. And then I just did the rib on the top, plain stockinette on the bottom, and a rounded toe. And these ones are for me. I really enjoyed working with this yarn. It was so soft. And then the next thing I have is another finished object. I made another Musselburgh hat. I made this one for my husband's friend. It's a little slouchy on me. This is the Musselburgh by Ysolda Teague. And I used some Knit Picks Hawthorne yarn. And then I did finish my twist and turn shawl. I decided just to do the early bind off on the bottom. So I used some Yarnacous yarns, Yarnacous fibers for this one in the fence. This was a mystery yarn kit to go with the mystery knit along. And those were all of my finished objects. Next, we'll go into WIPs. I have a lot of WIPs that I would like to share with you today. Works in progress. Let's see. We'll start with maybe my oldest WIP that I have. I started the All the Lights cardigan by Locatelli probably last summer, and this is as far as I've got. This is the back. I'm working on the back panel right now. I'm using Yarn Cafe Creations Minty Kiss Cocoa. So this is an all over cable and lace cardigan. I do have the label. This is a DK BFL. This one is mostly charts, and so I have to sit down and really think about what I'm doing when I sit down to work on this one. So it's going to be a long-term, slow-moving project. This is in a bag that one of my friends from work made for me. I made her a shawl and she made me a knitting bag. The next WIP I have is a sweater I'm working on for one of my friends. I'm using the Lion Brand Hometown, and this one is the Salem Creek color, and I'm doing the Winter Lake pullover. So I'm almost ready to do the ribbing on the bottom on this one. This yarn is super soft. I think it is 100% acrylic. It's a super bulky. I've made 2 Winter League pullovers already, and I made 2 Autumn League pullovers. And this is the Winter League pullover by Two of Wands. We're on spring break for school right now, and so I'm just trying to get as much done as possible, and I've been working on all of the things. My next WIP I have is a pair of socks in this Fancy Boy Fibers, Fancy Boy Designs bag that I got. I decided I needed a bag to go with all of my Desert Vista socks for this year. So I've got the first sock done. These ones are for me. And then I've been working on the second sock. I'm using my Addy Flexi Flips for this one. I cast on 56 stitches, 2x2 rib for the cuff. I'll probably do 70 rounds for the leg. Well, I will do 70 rounds for the leg. That's what I did on this one. And this color is Zombody Dragon. So I have them in my cute little bag with the cactus on there. I thought that would be fun to go with the Desert Vista Dye Works logo. So I know that these are my Desert Vista Dye Works socks. The next thing is in a bag with all the cute dragons. I got this one from Fate's Thread. And I'm working on the Garter Abyss shawl by Stephen West. I'm all tangled. Let's see. So I've got a progress keeper on here from Dragon Horde Yarn. Cute little dragon skull. Sparkly. I got that last year. This has 5, it will have 5 different colors when I'm finished. I've got this purple and then faded into a purple with some green. And then some green with some purple. And then on the bottom I have some green with, these are the colors I'm doing right now. And then it will end with the green. So it'll go from purple to green, because green is my favorite color and purple is, as my students would say, my second favorite color. And then I've got these cute little stitch stoppers on there, the cute little dragons. And so this is another long-term project that is taking a very long time. I think it takes me about an hour to get from this side all the way down, to the other side. I think it takes an hour to get down and back. So I pull this out when I can sit down and at least get down to one side so I don't have to be in the middle of a row when I put it away. So pretty much dragon themed everything on this one. Dragon themed stitch marker, dragon stitch stoppers, dragon bag. The next one I'll show you is my scrap witchery blanket that I've been working on. I'm using my row 1 minis. Got my little bag. I've got 1 mini left in here, and I'm holding it with the Knit Pick Stroll in the Dove Heather. And my little Progress Keeper stitch marker that I got with the January row 1 yarn. I'll probably put, when I do February, I'll put that one on here also. And just mark each month's progress. This one was, let's see, these were minis from So Happy Jane. So row 1 is a yarn subscription. You get 10 10-gram minis. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. And I'll just work on this every couple of nights after school when I don't have to think about anything. And that is a Scrap Witchery blanket by Lindsay of Sock Witchery. Super easy pattern to follow. My next WIP is in a Sassy Sacks by Yaddy. I have started working on my Big Cozy Cardi by Andrea Mowry. So far, I've cast on the bottom edge, and that is as far as I've gotten. I'm using Knit Picks Upcycle Alpaca Blend in the sea glass color, and then I have for the Surrey Alpaca, I'm going to use my Hue Loco, and this is in the elm color. And so that's what I have living in this bag. I cast this on over spring break. And then I have a scrappy project that I started. This is another Stephen West pattern. I decided to cast on the Marled Mania cardigan. I've seen lots of people wearing their penguonos, and I thought about that one, and I wasn't sure if I liked the construction and the different elements, and so I looked through Stephen's patterns, and this is what I found. So this is the collar, and I've split for sleeves already, and then you just add in scraps. So I've got a bucket of all of my green and purple scraps. Green mini skeins. I've got some mohair, just some different colors that I'm just gonna reach in and grab the next one. And so just keep going. Got a cute little dragon stitch marker on this one. So this will be maybe a scrappy Sunday. Losing my yarn. Then I have another Sassy Sacks that I have some Lion Brand Wool Ease. And this is the color Antler. This is 20% acrylic, 20% wool. And I cast on some Cable Crush Joggers by Knitatude, and I've got the waistband done. and a couple of rows on the body. And so it's scrunched up on the needles. And I'll just work on this. This is I'm making these for one of my friends. So I'm doing the Cable Crush Joggers in this one. And then I have made some progress on my Jigsaw puzzle blanket. Let's see. Still connected to some yarn, I think. Lots of tangled ends. I've been working on this one on Scrappy Sunday, and I finished section 11. So this one is section 10, section 11, and then 12 will have, I think, a triangle right there. But I'll hold the whole thing up. This is lots of pieces. Pick up and knit as you go. There's 47 different sections, and so I thought if I did a section a week all year, and then the I-cord border, I could have this done in December. And I'm just using a whole bunch of different colors just in a tote that my mom gave me for Christmas this year. So I'll run out of, or I'll work on one section and then I'll change colors, work on another section, change colors. And then I've got my cute little turtle stitch stoppers. I have, let's see, my northeasterly blanket that I've been working on. I decided to do the DK version, so I'm holding 2 fingering weight together, and I've started the next section. Ooh. So here's the front side. And I think I'm going to use all of my pastel or lighter toned yarn for this, in blues and purples and pinks. I've got this bucket, a couple greens, so we'll see what colors end up going into that one. I think, oh, and I have one more scrappy project. I have my Cozy Memories blanket. This is the corner I cast on. These are the ones I've done last. My twist and turn shawl, my Yipes striped socks. The socks I made for my friend at work. And these were what was left over from my Malone leggings. And then this one was from my socks that I just did, leftovers from my socks. I already have the other pink color in here, and this one was from the socks also. So just gonna keep plugging away on this one. These were from my mountain socks, my unicorn socks, socks that I made for me, socks that I made for me, socks that I made for me. These ones are Christmas socks. I made this pair for my mother-in-law and this pair for my mom. These were both socks that I did in the summer. A hat that I made for my husband, socks for my mom, and then these and the row below were all Yarnacous fibers. They were the Little Foot summer solstice mini advent. And so I've gotten pretty far on this one. Still a ways to go. I think I made it big enough to fit on my queen size bed, so we can put that on in the summertime. And I think that is everything I'm working on right now. Oh, I did forget to mention what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Snowpine sweater. I finished this one on Tuesday. These are all Yarn Cafe Creation colors. It's a Snowpine sweater by Wool & Pine. Really fun construction. So you start here and you knit the sleeve part, you knit the back, come back over to here, and because when you get to here, your yarn is over here, you do a special stitch and then go back around and get back to here and then knit all the way around and then purl until you split for sleeves. And so that was a fun construction. I knit my daughter one of these last spring, so we have matching sweaters. Hers has pink here and like a multicolor with pinks and blues on. Let's see, can I find it? These two colors. So this is the body and this is the sleeves. And those are Yarn Cafe creations also. I bought our yarn at the same time. I was gonna make her one and then make me one, and then it was a year later before I finally cast mine on. I really enjoyed working on it. It didn't take me as long the second time to make this one. And so now we'll talk about everything that I've got in the mail, everything that I've ordered since last time. I ordered a lot. Sinful Yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations did a mystery mystery skein, and you could order 4 skeins and they just shipped you whatever color. And so I got 8 from Sinful Yarn and 8 from Yarn Cafe Creations. I'll show you the Simple Yarn first. So this one is Love Shot, and this one is Blueberry Pie. And then I have Jiminy Cricket, Stay Out of the Forest, Mike Wazowski, and Slushy. And these 6 were all fingering weight. And then I got 2 DK. I got Mermaid Wish and Creme Brulee. And then I haven't opened all of the Yarn Cafe ones. I have Dried Rose Petal and Dragon Fruit Mojito. And then here's the other ones. And then I did do the mystery minis from Yarn Cafe Creations. I ordered 3 of her 20, they were 20 grams, and you got 10 minis in each one, and I ordered 3, and I already put those in little sacks, and that's going to be my yarn advent this year for Christmas. So I thought that was a fun way. I had my daughter take all my little bags with numbers on them, and she just randomly put whatever color she thought would go, I guess, I don't know. She put them in the bags, and we put them in a box, and they're all ready to go. I ordered some fruits from Premier. This is the watermelon. So I'm going to make me some watermelon socks. And this one is 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. So I ordered 2 because these are 50 grams each. And then I ordered the upcycle alpaca for my big cozy Cardi, and the green Surrey to go with my big comfy Cardi, the elm color from Hue Loco. I got my February Dragon Horde yarn subscription, and this is the Tolkien inspired sock set. I got my Row 1 minis for this month. These are the Knit Circus, and it came with a cute little balloon animal, cute little dog. And so these are the March ones. those in my little box. And then I got my Yarnable for March. It came with a few goodies. The Tropical Travel Pack. This is a reusable Swedish cloth. So like a paper towel. And a Yarnable tape measure. This is the heavy duty one. It doesn't just flop. And the March Yarnable color, which is Rest, Relax, Recharge. And I got this one on fingering base. Beautiful green for March. And that is everything I've been working on or have received in the mail since last time. I did try to record a podcast episode last week. I got a new microphone and all you could hear was crackle, crackle, crackle. And so I decided not to use that footage and just re-record this week. And so that is everything I have for you this time. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me. Like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment box, and I will see you next time. Happy knitting!